Hi guys, today we're going to be planting the last of the redbud trees. For those of you that don't remember, or if you're new to the channel, welcome. Earlier this spring, I wanted to try a couple of online ordering companies, so I ordered 2 Rising Sun Redbuds from 2 different companies. Both orders arrived in beautiful condition. We got 3 of the 4 trees in the ground, and I've got 1 left. I repotted it into a bigger pot. I have been dancing it around the entire property, trying to find a perfect spot for it. I thought I found the perfect spot by our front gate. I posted a picture on Instagram because it was in its fall color and it looked so beautiful. But then I realized the arborvitae hedge is going to grow bigger than what it is now. The tree's going to get bigger. It's a little too close to the gate. So my search continued, trying to find the perfect spot, and I think I found it. It's going right there. So you can see we're in the backyard and we're working on our mixed border hedge, specifically in this area because we are getting a shed hopefully next spring. So this whole section from the crepe myrtle on is kind of on pause until we get the shed installed. But I think this is going to be the perfect spot for this tree. Now, we were out here, it was a little over a week ago, and we just planted the green arrow Alaskan cedar, which I'm absolutely loving, and it's so happy here. However, because I want to plant this tree right here, I feel like I need to bump this green arrow to the left about a foot. That way we can get this in the ground. This will have room to grow as well because this is more like a limbed up tree. You can see it's just a single trunk. We can still plant some other smaller stuff around here, but as it grows, it'll fill in this whole area right here. And it's not going to compete too much with the crepe myrtle because I believe trees talk to each other. So I think they'll kind of maneuver their way through as they get bigger. But anyway, so this is where I decided to put it. So what I'm going to do is dig a hole, get this in the ground before I attempt to move this because I'm not quite sure what kind of root system we've got going on here from the crepe myrtle. So if I have to readjust this, I'd rather do all this first before I uproot this one. And I know it doesn't look like much now. It's already done its fall show. It's dropped all its leaves. And typically trees that are in containers will usually go through their autumn show faster and quicker than ones in the ground. So let me give you the stats on this real quick. We'll get it in the ground and then I'll take you around and show you the ones we planted earlier this year. So this gets anywhere from 8 to 12 feet tall, 6 to 8 feet wide. It likes full sun. It can handle partial shade in the afternoon. It likes any type of soil as long as it's well draining. If you have clay soil like I do, I'd recommend mixing in a little bit of compost to help facilitate drainage. It likes even consistent watering the first year after it's planted, but once it's established, it's pretty drought tolerant. And as far as pests and diseases, it's pretty pest and disease free. It's really a low maintenance tree, and I'm just excited to get it in the ground. We've got our starter fertilizer, compost, and our shovel. Here we go. All right, guys, we got it in the ground. Doesn't it look so good? Oh, I'm so happy to get this last one planted. So as you saw, I dug my hole, added some biotone starter fertilizer, some compost, mixed it all in, planted it about 1.5 inches high, backfilled it with the native soil, added a little bit more compost, mulched it over, and you can see I left about a 3-inch ring away from the trunk of the tree with mulch. You don't want to put your mulch all the way up here because mulch retains moisture and you don't want all of this bark just staying wet. So leave a little 3-inch ring away from the trunk. And then I just watered it all in. Oh, I'm so happy. Looks so good. And for the green arrow, I did come in and move it over about a foot and a half. So if I stand back, sorry, the light's a little weird, but they've got more than enough room. That's about 6 feet right there. So we're totally fine. And now this can just grow and it'll just fill in this little area right here. And we'll just continue working on our mixed border hedge. Unfortunately, I didn't come across any huge roots when I was digging the hole. I did come across a few little surface roots that I was able to just cut with my Felcos, but no major roots when I was digging, thankfully. So we were able to get that in the ground, move the green arrow over, and now let's go and take a look at the other 3 redbuds. Our first one I planted in the backyard as well. I think I planted this one late spring, early summer, and it's really liking its spot here. You can see it gets full morning sun, a little bit of afternoon sun, and then like around 3 o'clock, it's in the shade for the rest of the day. But just look at the color of these leaves. They're just gorgeous. This beautiful, beautiful green, and it's already putting on its fall show. Oh, it's gonna look so good. This whole thing's gonna light up yellow, and then it's just gonna drop its leaves, and then we'll just have all of the stem structure for winter interest. And our last 2 redbuds we planted in the front yard. We planted these in early spring, and these 2 are in full sun from morning till night, and they're handling it beautifully. Just look at the color. They're already coloring up for fall, so in a couple weeks they're going to be just these glowing yellow globes. But this one is a little bit more ahead of the other one. Look at that. It's just glowing already. All of the orange and gold and yellow. Absolutely stunning. I couldn't love these trees more, and I can't wait to see them grow. We did a video when we planted the 2 out front. I'll put a link in the description box if you want to check it out. I went into a little more detail about the characteristics of the plant and the whole planting a tree process. If you're interested, definitely check it out. And you guys, I'm just so happy that we got the last redbud in the ground before the winter. And now we can just keep moving on and planting more things until the ground freezes. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.